So boom, there's gonna be a Chicago Bulls game versus Charlotte Hornets, and it's gonna be in Charlotte. So right away, I'm thinking like, man, I want to get down there, but I could kill two birds with one stone because there's a big baller brand pop-up shop going on, and I'm like, I definitely want to get to that. I've been to the last one in Chicago. I want to come to this one in Charlotte. So I hit up Triple B representatives, aka Joe, Techno Joe, and I'm like, "Hey man, what's up with the pop up shop? You need any help?" You're like, "We don't need any help or anything, but if you want to come and support, that's fire. All right, come on." So I decide I'm gonna go. I try to get tickets next to them. They're like, "Oh no, we can't even help you with tickets. So it's kind of late, and everybody's already." I'm like, "Oh shoot." I'll just go make sure that I get my own ticket. So I get some courtside tickets. Anyway, it's not really courtside. It's like the second row, but it was still fire, except for James Borrego walking in front of me half the time. So I'm like, are these tickets really worth that? But I had a great experience there, especially when you get to go back and eat the food and all that. But anyway, so get the ticket, fly into Charlotte. Now I flew into Charlotte the day before the game. That was the day of the pop-up shop. So when I touched down, I went directly over to the mall where they're gonna have the pop-up shop. And I know that Tina's gonna be there. I know LeVar's gonna be there, and LiAngelo is questionable. So he's in Greensboro, not that far from Charlotte. Turns out Jello couldn't make it. So I'm just like Tina and LeVar. That's how it was the last pop-up shop, and it was crazy fire. They sold all kinds of stuff. People showed all kinds of love in the shy. It was fire. So I'm like, that's still gonna be great. Get to the pop-up shop. They don't need any help. Everything's already set up. So I'm just kind of kicking it with the owner. I look outside, the line is starting to form. So I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be a good one. Taking a few pictures, stuff like that. Triple B had this new black sweater that was like, you couldn't tell what it was until you touched it. It was kind of furry. It looked itchy, but it wasn't. It was plush. Triple B in like silver, silver and black. Anyway, I'm checking out all the new merch, stuff like that, seeing what I want to get. And then Joe get a call. They're like, it's not just LeVar coming, Melo's coming too. So I was already like, dang, it's about to go down. But now I'm like, it's about to be freaking bananas. Lo and behold, I don't know how bananas it's really gonna be. The line is forming. I'm looking out. I go out, get a few pics, stuff like that. And then they arrive. People are like, oh, you can hear outside the doors. I'm inside, but I hear on the outside, and it's kind of like soundproof, but you hear, what I'm saying, the crowd starting to roar. Melo coming in with LeVar. They walk in, boom, it's a movie. Especially when you've been hearing all this chatter that been trying to separate the family, like LeVar and his sons ain't cool. So everybody's seeing this for their first time in a while, and but they've been cool, but they coming in, the crowd going crazy. But then something like kind of weird starts happening because people start leaving. People start coming and people start leaving. And I thought that was kind of odd. Like, I don't really understand that. But the reason they were leaving is because they were like, LaMelo's here. I could make a fortune. What do you think I'm talking about? Yeah, let me go get some LaMelo gear, whatever I can have, even just generic stuff. People were buying Spalding basketballs, like sign this, sign that. So it's kids, adults, freaking elders, because the Ball family, like they span generations. Every single person is covered, from Zoe to Big Yank. Go check out my Big Yank video that I dropped. Do not miss that one. Anyway, so people are leaving, people are coming back because they got more and more stuff. Kids going crazy, da 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 da. And there's a lot of stuff, um, tons of people roaring, whatever. But then it gets to these two dudes. And this is the thing that kind of shocked me because these are grown men. We talking about late 20s, maybe something like that. Two of them. And they're waiting in line patiently. Nothing at first. You don't think anything of it. But you ever seen those Michael Jackson shows? Not Michael Jackson shows, but the old concerts, people be fainting, falling out, acting weird. Like, I had never seen that up close. And I've been with LeVar and people get hype and happy and, want to take pictures. But this one is just a little bit different, especially because it's Melo and it is where he is reigning king supreme in Charlotte. These two dudes acting cool, all of a sudden they get right up to in front of LaMelo and things change, baby. They one dude like, can I get a picture? Put his arm around Melo, but that's not the one I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the guy taking the photo. So the dude taking the picture with LaMelo, of course he looked happy and stuff like that, but the guy taking the photo, he held up his camera, he got to shaking and shaking. I go and sit next to LeVar and I look at him aside. I like, what is going on? And he's sitting there shaking, Harlem shaking. You know what I mean? And we're waiting. We're counting. Not counting, but basically you can feel the timer coming on like, bruh, when are you gonna take this picture? And why are you shaking? Is he okay? He's shaking and shaking and shaking. And finally, that finger unlocks, pop, and then he takes the picture. This dude looks so relieved and embarrassed that he was starstruck. And finally, everybody in line, Tina, LeVar, Mello, me, we all sitting there like, okay, dang, about time, brother. You okay? You need a drink of water? What do you need? He takes the picture and he had the nerve to say, I'm sorry, my camera wasn't working right. Boy, if you had been there and you felt what was going on in the air, it was like, is this really happening? So after he takes his picture and he has a sigh of relief, like he just got done running a marathon, and you know what I'm saying? He like, can I get this signed? And blah, 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 blah. And that was the end of the Shaken Man saga. Now, of course, as we walked out until he got to his car, there were fans still wanting a last second picture, still wanting this. And to LaMelo's credit, the brother was very patient and nice with everybody. He gets that from LeVar because at the point where sometimes I'll be with LeVar, I'm ready to go. He'll be ready to keep taking pictures, keep talking to people that he never met, like he'd been knowing them for years. He's just that type of friendly guy. So LaMelo, he was very patient, took all those pictures, you know what I mean? And it was a fire Triple B pop-up shop. Now, we did go out to eat afterwards. And okay, this is the last story I'm going to tell on this episode of this part one right here in Charlotte. So we go to a Mexican restaurant. Of course, like anywhere I've been with LeVar, they say, oh, we don't really have seating until they look up and they see it's LeVar. Now, all of a sudden, the Red Sea done parted like Moses, and you can sit wherever you want to sit. They go kick a baby out to let you sit there. So we end up getting a spot, and it's, you know, everybody at the table after games, they've been doing this for years. The grandparents, the parents, the kids go out and eat, and you know, saying just like a family unity, come back together after these games and stuff like that. But this wasn't a game; it was a pop up shop, and we all sitting down to eat Mexican. Um, and as we go around to order, I'm like, okay, let me get these fajitas. LeVar like, give me this, da da da, blah blah blah. Tina like, give me the guacamole, whatever. They get to Mello, and Mello's like, he on his phone. He like, you got a charger? I said, oh my gosh. The more crazy thing was the girl. This is why I said he's the king in Charlotte. The girl, she didn't look at him weird, like, she's like, yeah, I'll go back and get you one. Came back, went to the back of the restaurant, came back, got his phone, plugged it in, charged it for the brother. And that's how it's going down in Charlotte with Mello. Fans were going crazy. Let me know if y'all want to hear more stories, because I got a bunch, because I'm not really a guy that likes to sit around and hold a camera up all the time. I like to live in the moment and experience that. So, you know, I might have to get me a videographer, but like when I go out and do these type of things, I will hold my phone up and film a little bit because I'm supposed to. But really, I like to be in the moment. I like to see it and capture with my memories. That was number one story that I'm giving you guys. This is part one. I guess I'll give y'all more. Let me know what y'all want more stories on. And you know what it is. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Ball facts again. Peace.